Girls on the Run, of course, is a national program. It's in all 50 states and in Canada. Part of Missouri Girls on the Run, which I'm the executive director of, is one of 5 councils in Missouri. We are a program where we empower girls to be confident, courageous, competent in their skills, and connected and caring with each other through life lessons that they engage in during a 10-week season. Even as they're playing a game, they're really being called upon to think through difficult situations that they might face in real life. They learn how to set and achieve a goal, and the goal that they work toward is completing a 5K race. As they cross the finish line and receive a medal around their neck, it's a very tangible way for them to see their goal completed. And the stories that come out of that process are pretty amazing.
In the past, when I was here, I helped with the building of all the stuff and the tearing down of all the stuff. So this is kind of a fun difference for me to be on the other side of it. What I'm trying to explore in my work is the stories that we tell ourselves. It felt to me like a really great matchup of ideas, because here's these organizations, Access Arts, Girls on the Run, that do a lot to give young people a chance to give themselves a new story.
In the beginning, we connected really well in our vision of what we wanted to do on the project. We both love to focus on people, and so Girls on the Run is very people-focused. And I told her I thought it would be really cool if the 2 pieces would go together in some way, whether it was a big face where half the face was on one canvas and half the face was on another canvas. And from there, she kind of lit up and said, oh, what if we did, a younger girl with a more mature mentor, and they're sort of interacting visually with each other across the canvases, the younger girl looking to the more mature person for leadership and guidance, but the older, more mature person also looking at the younger girl and remembering where she's come from as well. That's kind of how it came about. It was collaborative. We were both discussing the concept of 2 pieces that complement one another, that could either be hung together or that could be hung separately and still be effective as artwork and interesting for people to look at.
We decided to use some of those touchstones of like the quotes that the girls have said to just really make it a very personal idea of that young woman who is maybe starting something new for the first time. And so with our project, that's what we really wanted to do, was encapsulate that story between the 2 paintings, the start of the race and then kind of the accomplished after the race, and kind of letting that journey in between be the unspoken between the 2 paintings.
So the process has been a little bumpy only because we were trying to get this text onto the boards, which are our canvases, and we tried it in a more traditional way where we were supposed to print it out and then transfer it onto the boards. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a printer that would allow us to print the pieces large enough. The next thing we had to try to do was project the words onto the board and then hand trace those.
With any project that has a deadline, you can either sit and think about and try and make something work that's not going to work, or just say, all right, well, that's not going to work. We're going to put that to bed and we're just going to do something new and just roll with it. Like this was print, and so text needs to be very clear. The actual process of projecting, even though it's a very, very simple thing to do, getting it just right, at just the right angle.
There was a pretty heavy vibration going on. I believe it was the kiln downstairs at Access Art was actually running, and the motor from the kiln was causing vibrations. The projector had to be perfectly level, so we ended up using some interesting objects to weight the projector on one side versus the other.
Sheets of paper, I believe there was an extra set of keys thrown in to balance everything out, but it's just, you gotta laugh.
At that point, Shannon showed me how to do the gold leafing. She showed me that I needed to slow down, take it a little more easily. Hopefully the painting will go a little more smoothly because that's something I'm a little more familiar with. I had some great people in mind that I thought would be awesome models for our paintings. Avery is our middle school model. She's been in it since I've been around, which was 2015. She's an artist herself. I thought about someone that I wanted to be the representative of the girls that we serve, I just felt Avery was a great role model. Quincy was an intern with me in the summer. She works several jobs, but all of the jobs that she works are jobs that serve others, young adults with disabilities or developmental disabilities. She has the characteristics that really represent what we want our girls to be like. It was the personalities of the two that really led me to suggesting that they be our role models for this painting.
When you're talking about the arts, which I'm passionate about, and our community, which I'm passionate about, anytime that those can cross over and you can create these connections, the entire community benefits.
We want each of them to be strong and powerful on their own, but they're even stronger and more powerful when they're together. That's really the message we're trying to send. If it's a good thing and it's making a difference, then it's worth doing. The little candy